Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today so that we could discuss the murder of Aaron McNair. This is part of Netflix's Untold series, which looks at different sports-related stories and turns them into documentaries. In this case, it's about Steve Aaron McNair, and this documentary runs just under an hour in duration. So, Steve Aaron McNair, phenomenal football player, collegiate level, professional, just fantastic, a kind of almost like a one-of-a-kind player. And he was able to be a multiple-time Pro Bowler, league MVP, made it to the Super Bowl. He was married, he had a family, and then, kind of seemed to have it all, an underdog story, living the American dream. And then one day in 2009, he was found, dead in a condominium with a woman, a dead woman next to him. And the theory had always been that, it was a murder-suicide. She had killed him and then killed herself. So in this documentary, we look at not only the life of Steve McNair, but also in specific this murder case, which is where a lot of the time is spent in this documentary. And it looks at the fact that, maybe there's a different story than the one that's always been kind of accepted, that, that his supposed girlfriend at the time, had taken his life. So I thought this was a really well-made documentary. It does a really good job of balancing between giving a look at Steve McNair's life and then this case in specific. So I was glad that it wasn't just solely about this case, and that you got to know a little bit about Steve McNair and his relationships and his real life and even his football career. So I thought the pacing was great. At only an hour, it seemed a little bit rushed, but I don't know how much more time could have been spent on a lot of these elements. But I do think that the pacing was good overall, and it seems like there's not really a lot of wasted time. So even though it's only an hour, this thing moves pretty quick without sacrificing like depth. I feel like it does give most of these topics, enough time, especially the murder case definitely gets like its due here. So I thought it was very like technically sound. I thought the editing was great. I thought the pacing was good, and I think it tells just about as much story as it can. And I just ended up really liking it. I thought it was really intriguing, and it was much more interesting than I thought. I thought it was just kind of going to be like a look at Steve McNair and then a overview of the case, but they actually went back into the case and looked at like new possibilities, so that was kind of neat. Anyway, I'm rambling, so that's my review for The Murder of Aaron McNair. It's on Netflix in the Untold series. If you want to check out more movie reviews, you can go right here on YouTube to my movie review playlist. But until then, thanks for watching this one. I do appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you soon.